Hello, today I'm sharing some fantastic Amazon finds I've been loving and think you will too. And I just realized as I was gathering things together that every product except for one is under $25 to $30. I have several great beauty finds and a few fashion and lifestyle finds I'm so excited to share with you. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. And let's get started with some K beauty products I've been really impressed with, starting with this one from Anua. This is their azelaic acid 10 plus hyaluron redness soothing serum. I have sensitive skin with rosacea and I've tried quite a few over-the-counter products with azelaic acid and they are not all created equally. Some of them are thick or kind of sticky and you're just aware of that extra layer on your skin underneath your skincare or your makeup. This is very lightweight and watery. It's also fragrance free and it is made for you if you have sensitive or irritated skin or rosacea. It sinks right into my skin and it's not greasy at all. I can't tell I have an extra layer of anything under my skincare if I apply it at night or under my skincare and makeup if I use it during the day. And this has 10% azelaic acid, which as of now is the highest percentage you can get over the counter. It also has 3 types of hyaluronic acid and some other soothing ingredients in their calming complex. And all of the ingredients that are in here combined are supposed to deeply hydrate your skin and give it long-lasting hydration and keep it soft and smooth. Now they say to start with 1 to 2 drops and use it a couple times a week and work your way up to using 5 drops 1 to 2 times a day if you want to do so. It's probably a good idea to work your way up with any skincare if you have sensitive skin. Now this isn't something that I need to use every single day. Years ago, I had a prescription azelaic acid treatment from my dermatologist that really worked to calm my rosacea down. And since then, I only need to use something if I have a flare-up from testing new products or some kind of outside factor. So that's when I reach for something like this. And when I have reached for it, it's just a really nice experience. It's so lightweight, it sinks right in, and it soothes and calms my skin very, very quickly. But it is a product I could incorporate into my AM or PM skincare routine because it is so lightweight and invisible. It's like it's not even there. And it runs around $20. I feel like this bottle will last you forever too. This brand and the last brand are now also available at Ulta, which I think is great. I love that these K-beauty brands are becoming more and more widely available because I've had great experience with K-beauty. If you haven't tried it, it also gives you more opportunities. So I'll put those links for you down below just if you want that. So this is VT Cosmetics PDRN Essence 100. Now typically when you hear about PDRN, it's salmon PDRN, but this is a plant-based alternative sourced from Korean wild ginseng. I had not tried anything with PDR in it prior to trying this, but I kept hearing about this. And there were 2 main reasons why I wanted to try it, because I kept hearing about the benefits of PDRN and then the finish of this, the way it made your skin look. It gave this glass skin effect, but without looking oily, which is really hard to achieve when you have a combination or oily skin. So PDRN is another product that helps stimulate collagen and elastin. It also helps repair your skin barrier. It speeds up tissue regeneration. It repairs damage from within the deeper layers of your skin. It reduces dark spots. It brightens your skin. It reduces the look of pores, to name a few. It can really do a lot for your skin, apparently. Now, this is supposed to deliver 5.5 times the absorption of salmon PDRN. There's also a ceramide complex and hydrating ingredients in here. I really like the texture of this. It's got this thin, kind of milky texture. It's very lightweight and absorbs into my skin. It doesn't feel greasy at all. And I can see that glass skin effect, but it doesn't look or feel oily, greasy, or heavy. So this is another lightweight serum that's easy to incorporate into your skincare routine if you're looking for something that addresses those benefits that I shared earlier. And it runs around $30. It's really nice. I've been enjoying it. I bought the Canmake Mermaid Skin Gel SPF 50 PA++++ sunscreen at the same time. I bought this because I was just kind of wanting to test out that glowy glass skin effect with my shine I get in my T-zone. Even though I have pretty normal skin around the perimeter of my face that can be dry, just wasn't sure how this would work for me during the day. I mean, obviously I'm going to be using sunscreen during the day, but would this be too glowy or get greasy and heavy on me as the day went on? So this runs around $15 and the texture is kind of just a liquidy lotion and it massages in pretty quickly. It doesn't leave a white cast. It doesn't pill under makeup. So that was nice and pleasant, and it gives a really pretty glass skin glowy finish, and yet it feels really lightweight and not greasy or heavy at all. I was expecting it to, but it doesn't. This is a sunscreen that I use as both a moisturizer and a sunscreen. I'm not sure that's going to be enough. If you have dry skin though, you would probably need a moisturizer with it too, but there are nice moisturizing ingredients in here, so I appreciate that. Now this is a chemical and mineral sunscreen combined. My sensitive skin has done really nicely with it. I love the finish, especially under Lumi Matte and matte foundations. I've even been able to wear these together in my skincare routine and it just looks nice and pretty. I actually have them on under my foundation today, and I typically look more glowy under these filming lights than I do in person, and I mean, I don't think I look too glowy. I feel like my skin can breathe with this sunscreen, which is really nice. Now apparently this comes in tinted and non-tinted versions. This is just the non-tinted. Let me know if you've tried this, by the way, or anything in this video, and what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I always love seeing your discussions and what you think. A couple of months ago, I told you I had gotten a Retinol product from Amazon that I was testing out, a K-beauty product, and I was going to give you my verdict on it. Because I've been using Medicate Crystal Retinol for close to 2 years now, I think. I used a couple of others prior to that, and I just wanted to see if this one was any good. This is the Secret Seoul 1988 serum. Now, Medicate Crystal Retinol has progressive strengths that you can move up with. I am now on the highest strength, the 24. So first of all, if you're not familiar with retinol and you're wondering why I'm pronouncing retinol that way, it's understandable because it's not as common as retinol. Retinol is 11 times more effective than retinol, but it's gentler. It's the strongest form of retinoid you can get over the counter before you move up to prescription tretinoin. So it's great if you have sensitive skin, or if you just don't want to deal with the dryness and peeling that you get from prescription tretinoin, or if you just feel like you have maxed out on retinol and you want something stronger, you want more results from your retinoid. So this Seoul 1988 serum has a 2% retinol liposome. It has black ginseng, bakuchiol, 3 peptides, vitamin C, and some other beneficial ingredients. It's also fragrance free. If you're familiar with Medicate Crystal Retinol, the texture of this is completely different. Medicate has kind of a whipped lotiony texture, and this is more of a liquidy gel lotion texture. I love the texture. It massages into my skin readily and absorbs quickly. It's very lightweight and works well with my other skincare. I used this for a while and my sensitive skin really liked it. However, I could tell after the first time I squirted it out that it was not going to be as strong as even some of the top half of the strengths of Medicate were. So retinol liposomes are microcapsules that encapsulate the retinol. They help stabilize the actives so they're safely delivered deep within your skin and increase the effectiveness of the ingredients and help it remain gentle. And Medicate does have their own stabilization and encapsulation system, but it allows their product to remain potent. So if you are currently on a retinol, or if you've tried retinols and you found them drying or irritating, I think this would be a great option because it's effective, it's gentle. If you've never tried a retinoid product before, this would also be a great place to start. They might even have a lower strength than this. If they do, I'll have that linked for you too in my description box. The other good thing about this brand is that you can add on, so let's say you've used this and you're ready to increase your results, you want a higher strength, you can add on another percentage to this and it compounds. It ups your percentage, your strength. So there's that too. So I do think this is really good, but for me, it's going backwards, but I do think it's really nice and I think it has its place for a lot of people. Plus it runs around $15 or $20. It's at a great price point for a retinol product, which is a fantastic over-the-counter retinoid option. I'm pretty sure Tower 28, a brand I love, was the first to put hypochlorous acid spray on the map. I do love their spray, but it's a bit pricey. So I saw some people sharing this one on TikTok or Instagram, I can't remember which. This is the Element Hypochlorous Acid Face and Skin Spray. So the reason why people are using these sprays is that they're very soothing and healing. They basically do two main things. They kill bacteria and they reduce inflammation, but they're not drying. Hypochlorous acid is something our body makes naturally, and it's stronger than bleach apparently, but it's safe to use on any part of your body, your face, your eyes, your mouth. You can even use it around pets, and you can use it as much as you want. You cannot overuse it. So if you have irritated skin, rosacea, dry skin, eczema, acne, dry eyes, styes, it's great for all of those things. If you want to freshen up your underarms or anywhere on your body, it's also great for that. It's great for post-laser waxing and other cosmetic treatments too. So it's just great to have on hand for so many things. I've seen people share different popular options from Amazon. This is just the one I chose. I've been liking it. The spray is fine. Now, what you might notice with this or any hypochlorous acid spray you buy is that it might smell like pool chlorine when you first spray it. That took me off guard the first time I tried a hypochlorous acid spray. It's a little bit potent. I just wasn't expecting it, but it does dissipate. You're not going to be smelling it all day. It's just how it naturally smells at first when it comes out of the bottle. So apparently all of the sprays that they have on Amazon are not created equally. I've been liking this one. I like the mist. And as I said earlier in the video, I have rosacea, I have sensitive skin, and I have little eczema, I guess, flare-ups on my body. Sometimes when my skin gets dry, I use this on them and it seems to help too. And this is a nice sized bottle and it runs less than $20. For some reason, over the past couple of months, I've just been extra curious if the whole glass skin thing could actually work for someone with my skin type who's middle age. So I also picked up the Medicube PDRN Pink Collagen Gel Masks to see if they were all hype or if they actually did what they were supposed to do. I have one left, so I can actually hold this up. There are 4 in a pack that costs around $15 to $20. So I really like, as someone who has a small face, that this is a 2-piece mask that you can kind of customize to fit your face, because a lot of times face masks are way too big for me. I mean, this is a little bit big, but because it's 2 pieces, I can mold it to fit my face a bit better. It's kind of a thick jelly mask. It's got a silicone feel to it, and it's supposed to transform in color from this milky pale pink to a translucent shade after about 3 to 4 hours. And that indicates that everything has been absorbed properly and fully. Now, we already talked about PDRN earlier in the video and what it's supposed to do for your skin. Now, this is salmon PDRN, and what they focus on in their description is that this is supposed to boost hydration and support collagen production, and this mask is just supposed to penetrate deeply so your skin looks ultra glowy and smooth. I noticed a cooling sensation when it was first applied. I found it very pleasant. So I had footage from the beginning and then footage from about 45 minutes later and then 2 hours, and I felt like it was looking pretty translucent at the 2-hour mark, and I have no idea what happened to my 4-hour footage, but it was just a bit more translucent than that. And I was a complete idiot and did not take footage of my skin after, but it did look nice and luminous and glowy. But I am going to show you what my makeup looked like the next day. Even though I had applied this mask at night and slept and washed my face the next morning, I felt like my makeup looked so good the following day. I've used this 2 more times since, and I've had similar results. I really do like this. I thought it was going to be just hype, but I do love how smooth and uneven my skin looks after. Is this something I'm going to use every day? No, but it is nice to just get that nice result. It's great for, I think, a special occasion. And I mean, I guess if you use these a couple times a week, you might get results that would compound on each other. I haven't used them that regularly, but I have enjoyed the results when I've used these. These are a nice treat. It's a mask I actually really like. I always keep a pair of exfoliating bath gloves in my shower, and my last pair bit the dust. I've always used either EcoTools or Earth Therapeutics, and I decided to pick these up from Amazon. They were around $7, and I like these so much better. These are nice and thick. They're thicker than either of the two brands I've used before, and they do the job without being irritating or abrasive. I mean, as we get older, our skin cell turnover slows down, and I feel like we focus on our faces when it comes to skin cell turnover, but we need to be focusing on our bodies too. And so that is why I keep a pair of exfoliating gloves hanging in my shower. I basically use these like a washcloth. I just squirt my body wash onto them and wash my body. And y'all, the description on one of their pictures says the texture is for those who like it rough and want a deep exfoliation. I feel like they could have worded that a little bit differently. So they do have a loop on each glove so you can hang them up. You can also wash them. They have different colors too if you care about the color, but if you want some exfoliating bath gloves, I like these. I will be repurchasing these when it comes time. Long story short, this is a case that I bought to house my corded earbuds that I use to edit my videos on my laptop. So this is actually a multi-purpose case. Toby kept eating or chewing on my corded earbuds. I would just leave them on the sofa. You know, you just start to not see things. It's just that slim little cord, and he would get to them. I am on my fourth pair. I would just put my laptop down for 30 seconds to go to the bathroom or go get something to drink, and I would come back and he would have my earbuds just hanging out of his mouth, all crushed. Now, it wasn't always my fault. It happened under Michael's watch one time too. So after the third time, I decided I was going to order a new pair of earbuds and find some kind of case to keep them in. Now, this is not necessarily an earbud case. You can put anything in here. I just specifically wanted something sort of small that wouldn't be too hard to find. This is actually really cute. There are other prints, but there's a little pouch in here, so I can put another pair like I have now in here, or I can put adapters, and then I can throw a pair in here really quickly. There's an optional clip so you can hang it as well. The zipper is also really smooth and it's hard so it doesn't get crushed. All the other cases were either really big or bulky, and this was cute. It was the right size. This is kind of a random find, but it took me forever to find it, so I wanted to share it. I almost bought these shorts from Free People before I found the Amazon version, and I'm so glad I didn't because I really don't see any difference down to the wood buttons. The quality of these is so good. They're so soft and comfortable, and there are tons of colors to choose from. Now, I'm linking you to this color, but it looks different on Amazon. This looks like the Free People color, but there's denim black. There are tons of colors if you're not wanting this. Free People's are $80. I don't know what I was thinking, and these, depending on the color you choose, run $25 to $35. They're cute, they're on trend, and so comfy. So I had to share these. I mean, it's still summer and warm in a lot of places for a while. The first time this showed up in my Instagram feed, I knew it was something that I was going to have to try out. I did not know it was available on Amazon at that time, and it ended up showing up in my Instagram feed a lot. I hate to iron. I hate pulling out the ironing board and ironing. I much prefer to steam, but I find that steam doesn't always get everything as de-wrinkled, as pristine as it needs to be. So this is the Nori, what's the official name of this? The Nori Press Travel Steam Iron. Nori, by the way, is iron backwards. And I think it was two women that created this because they would use their straightener to straighten collars or the edges of shirts or hems, but it didn't reach far enough. So they created this. And I thought, I use my straightener to do all of those things. I have to get my hands on this. So I'd added it to my wish list to look at later, but then Brooke was leaving to study abroad and she was bringing a lot of linen pieces. So she needed some kind of steamer or something to deal with those wrinkles, but I wasn't going to send her with my steamer that I needed to use for the month while she was away. So I thought, why don't we see if this is available on Amazon? And if it is, you can take it with you. Let me know how you like it. And then it will end up being mine when you get back, and I'll use it then. So that's what happened. She used it while she was in Europe. She found it incredibly useful, and it's been mine since. So this is a handheld iron, no ironing board required. You basically sandwich your piece of clothing between these two plates here. Steam comes out of one of the plates. It's very easy to use. There are 6 fabric settings, and it has a very smooth glide. This might be something you want to use for just your hems or your edges or the collars of your shirts. It might just serve a specific purpose for those of you like me that don't like to iron at all. I don't find it heavy. I travel with it. We just went on a trip to Cape Cod recently, and I threw this in my luggage. It was very handy to have, very quick and easy to use. My one complaint is that the water reservoir is pretty small. You do have to keep adding water pretty frequently for the steam feature if you're using the steam feature, but it doesn't spill, it doesn't spit out water. I feel like this is a love-hate item. People are either going to find use for this, they're really gonna love it, or this just might not be the item for you, but I really like this. I've been using it frequently. It comes in different colors too, and it's in heavy rotation for me. So I definitely had to share it, especially once I found out it was available on Amazon. I just think this is a great idea. I can't tell you how many times I have tried to iron something with my straightener because I needed it done, and this is like doing that but on steroids. I have a ton of Amazon favorites videos. I love rifling through the good and the bad on Amazon and sharing my finds with you. You can check those out here. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.